What's up, guys? By the end of the video, you're gonna know what I think about the Gen 1 versus Gen 2. It's been about 3 or 4 months since I've used them, and so we're gonna go back in time here in a moment to see when I was installing them, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts and opinions on them. At the beginning, that they said that their customer service, I gave them a C. I'm gonna go into more of that towards the end of the video, but right now I'm gonna go ahead and revise it and give them a B. I'd love to give their product an A, but I'm gonna give them a B+ instead. Now, of course, while I'm talking about it, you guys can see me install it and talk a little bit about my experience. The frustrating part was you're going to see also, I talk about there was no phone number to call. Either is B-roll, and you can clearly see there's a phone number now. I've tested it as of the shooting of this video that I'm doing right now, and things are good. They also have a very responsive text message service. You can call them after hours, and things are pretty good. What up, guys? By the end of this video, you are gonna know Gen 1 versus Gen 2. I don't know that that's the actual nomenclature. That's just what I am calling it. I'm gonna talk a little bit about my customer service experience with Run Chicken and the build quality. So this is gonna be an honest review. I give them, just right at the beginning of the video, I give them a C. All right, guys, while I'm starting, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to you about this one. So I'm excited that the Chicken Run, this is one of the, I'm gonna say it's 150 bucks normally, at least at the time of this shooting of this video, and they're pretty good. There's some fake ones, not some fake ones, some knockoffs on Amazon or eBay that are like significantly cheaper, like maybe 40 bucks or something. I would stay away from those. There's other reviews online. I haven't had experience with them, but they're effectively a lookalike. And I've just seen how well they close. Now, this is the new drive unit. Now, these, I'm gonna show you a little bit about what's going on the labels here. So they're made in Slovenia, right, in the European Union. There's a US flag, it says made for the US market. And so that's a little bit, not misleading, but if you're just glancing, you don't actually read it, you can see that. What I do like about these is that they are not made in China. For those of you who don't know, my background is industrial manufacturing, and I actually was in China, operating a facility, 350 workers. All right, so this is just stamped sheet metal. Looks like it was powder coated. This is the new drive unit. Comes with 4 screws. And then it looks like I need to pull this guy out to activate it. There's the backing. I'm gonna go ahead and pull off the existing one so you guys can see a comparison to what the old style looks like. And I'll tell you, this actually failed on me. It stopped working. And so when it stopped working, I reached out to the Chicken Run online. There is no phone number to call. That was a little frustrating, but their email, or rather their form, was actually pretty responsive. And then they asked me to send in a video of what's going on. And so I was happy to oblige, but this basically would fail, right? The Chicken Run door. Remember, this is the worst Homestead on YouTube, and I've had 84 chicken deaths in the last 2 years. So here's the difference between the old style and the new style. Now you might say, oh, it's those batteries, Hugh. Actually, I just swapped these out. They're brand new batteries just to test it, to see if it failed. Looks like the internal components are similar or the same. This has more of a plastic housing. What I do like is that this looks like there's a little battery compartment here that actually keeps these in place. One thing I did notice about these were hot glued in with the initial batteries, and you had to get the hot glue off. Well, this is a chickshaw. This is mobile. It moves around. And one of the things is I thought it actually became jostled, and that's why it stopped working. So I pulled it off, put it on, pulled it off, put it on, pulled it off, put it on. And actually, no, the internal components of this actually failed, and they were not supposed to. Now, I do not know why that happened. So here's the new model. And so I'm gonna go ahead and install this, and we're gonna see how well it does. All right, so that's turned on now. We'll see if it fits in the old footprint, which it should. Looks at the housing. The housing actually is slightly different as well. Looks like there's some metal ridges or some pieces of plastic that were there to hold all this in place. Looks like it's a plastic injection molded part. So it looks like they just updated this for some reason. I do like this. I will let you know if it fails, and you will see me complain about it. So with that, I'm gonna grab these guys, throw it on. When you're like me, and you've lost 84 chickens in 2 years because you didn't want to spend the money, like you should have, to get a good chicken door. So you buy the expensive chicken door, and then it stops working on you and just closes or stays open all night. That's kind of upsetting. So I'm just letting you guys know what's up. And I will not hold anything back, even if they are a sponsor of us in the future. The reason why is because companies should honor their products. Now, what did they do when they found out it was defective? What they did was they made me buy a new door, but they gave me a discount. And so I paid $50 after paying $150. The product failed because of their issues that they had, and then their fix for the solution was, hey, you know what? You're out of the warranty period. We're gonna make you buy a new one. So that was a little frustrating. I was just out of the warranty period. I initially got it from Amazon, and this stuff is linked below. You actually will get a discount if you order from chickenrun.com. I have a code that I got from them, even though they do not sponsor me, at least again, at the shooting this video. All right, so that was a pretty easy fix here. I'm gonna double check. I'm gonna close this window here. That should make it to where it turns off. I'll turn this on, see what happens. Nothing. All right. All right, so looks like I turned it on. And it is pretty functional. So what I do like about it is the ease, right? I just walked up. Pretty much when you get it out of the box, you're gonna screw these 4 or 5 areas on. Make sure you don't screw them too tight so the tracks stop on you. This is good. They're doing very good. The customer service, still something to be desired. So in the video, I gave them a C, or I don't know if you cut that out or not, but I'm gonna go ahead and update it to their customer service. I'm gonna give them roughly a B, C+, B-, something in there. The reason why is at the time I had to email back and forth. They were pretty responsive, but what upset me the most is after only their product working for a year, maybe a little bit more, it ended up failing on me due to something that was not my fault. And rather than stand by the product, I am having to purchase a new one. Now, it wasn't too much, that 50 bucks. That's probably very near cost for them and then I think I had to pay some shipping on top of that. All in all, the product itself, the reason I didn't give the product an A at the time is because of the failure, right? So right now, this is 4 months later. I have not seen a single issue since this has been addressed. I'll give a 1-year update from now, maybe a 2-year or 3-year update, whatever it is. But the reason I advise you to stay away from the Chinese knockoff versions, the $40 ones, is if you go and see some of those other videos, the doors are very finicky. Also, they are not very well waterproofed. It seems like Run Chicken has gone a very high amount out of their way to guarantee a product that is very good. It's also very sturdy, right? It's looks like it's sheet metal that's been powder coated. And then they have updated their manufacturing process to better contain the batteries. And the batteries aren't just hot glued in so they won't jiggle around. So I am using that on my chickshaw. I move it every day. Still have had 0 failures, which is a great sign. And stick around. I have another video coming up of that same day when I installed a product for their brand new solar cell system, and I'll give you my thoughts around that. Guys, if you like this kind of stuff, don't like it, I mean, you certainly can. Don't worry about commenting. Take it and share it with someone if you think you got value out of this. In this day and age, someone behind a computer screen, poof, in California, and my channel never existed. I don't get views anymore. They can't push us out. So if you like not just me, but any content creator yours, please share this directly with somebody that you think might get value. That's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. I'm sure there's things I could be doing better. Please feel free to let me know down in the comments, guys. Have a great one. Get out there and grow something. Woo!